Hello and welcome to another episode of Scott Reads Comics. Today I'd like to cover Kull the Conqueror number 8, published in 1973 by Marvel Comics. Look at this incredible Marie Severin cover of this issue from Marvel's Silver Age. Really great stuff, and we're going to get a lot of the Severins in this issue. This issue comes directly from my buddy Jan, who brought it from Chicago. It was a $2 book in really nice shape. And I'm so excited to share this one. So let's dive in here. It's an adaptation of a Robert E. Howard story called Wolf's Head. And Len Wein is the scripter. Marie and John Severin are the artists. John Costanza is the letterer. Marie Severin is the colorist. And Roy Thomas is the editor. Really cool. So Kull and his soldiers were on a maritime tour, and they wash up on this island after running into some trouble at sea, and even losing some of the other ships in their convoy. And so now they're on this strange, seemingly hostile island, and I have to take a moment just to comment on the incredible Marie Severin, John Severin artwork. Marie Severin, at this point in Marvel, was not strictly just a bullpen person. She was so awesomely talented that she was coloring a lot of Marvel's books at this time, but also providing pencils and sometimes inks on those books. Here, her brother John Severin, the great EC artist and Marvel artist as well, provides the inks. What a team up. And of course, as I said, Marie's doing the colors too. So if you're a Marie Severin fan as I am, what a great issue to have a look at. Incredible here with Kull reflecting on events, and you can see in relief here his tiger totem visage, which is really cool. Brule the Spear Slayer. He and a group of soldiers, Belusian soldiers, are ambushed by the fearsome leopard men, who are some of the denizens of this island. And Brule is seriously hurt in the melee. Kull tries to go to his aid. Love the colors on Kull's tunic here. Really cool, that red, that scarlet red. A mysterious individual wades into the battle to aid the beleaguered soldiers, as once again Brule's still on the ground, still out of it. And this guy, who's got some miles on him, is still a pretty fearsome fighter named Dementor. And he has bailed Kull's best friend out of the fire here. And so they go to the island's main bastion of civilization. This guy's a soldier of fortune for them. Beyond us is the castle of Dom Vinsala, my host here, and yours now as well, it seems. There, your savage friend should find all the cures he requires, for Vinsala is a merchant, a trader of sorts, and a civilized man. So this Vinsala, very, again, well rendered here by the Severins, really awesome looking character. Not a very savory character by the look of him, seemingly exalts in slavery and other bad things, in addition to being a trader of goods. But he does welcome Kull, and before the first night, Dementor urges Kull to keep his door locked. In fact, urges everyone. This is Vinsala's daughter. So that night, everyone heard someone snuffling around outside their doors, but they had been kept locked. Here we see some of Vinsala's ill behaviors here with again, involved in the slave trade. Very cool. Love the turban and the feather. So, again, another night passes. This time, Vinsala's daughter does not leave her door locked. And this incredible creature, extremely dangerous, enters, and Kull intervenes just as he's about to kill Vinsala's daughter. And we get an incredible fight scene here. Look at this action. The battle cry of Kull. Screaming in triumph, the Atlantean raises his dripping blade once more, but ere he can thrust it home, the monster that confronts him strikes. There is madness in those lupine orbs, born of pain, frustration, as the shaggy horror holds up Kull before it, then hurls him away like some broken child's toy. So Kull is stunned. Others come to his aid. The creature flees. Kull gets his senses back and tracks him. And we have another incredible scene here as Kull tracks the creature down, so it's one-on-one. And he gets in position, and we again see the tiger totem spectrally before Kull as he goes into action. Really great action here. Very visceral. Much different, I think. This style of art is much different than what we would see moving forward in the Conan titles. And not better, just different, much different than what we would get from Winsor Smith or John Buscema. Really, I would argue of an artist in the later 80s that reminds me of this is Mike Dougherty's work, depending on who was inking him. And that's a compliment to Mike Dougherty for sure. Kull wrestles the beast into submission, witnesses a crazy transformation into Demontor. I Kull, a pity you did not slay me when you had the chance. I may yet, Demontor, but there are things I would know first. Quickly, before the others arrive, let us retire to my chambers and talk. So, Demontor relates how he was cursed to be a werewolf here, and an interesting take on the whole werewolf mythos. It results in him, look at his crone here, really cool. It results in basically him being cursed for the remainder of his life with lycanthropy. And Kull resolves, because of his service to Kull's friend Brule, Kull resolves to help him out somehow. So in the meantime, he locks him away without anyone else's knowledge. Even though he's a visitor in this little island kingdom, he's basically taken it upon himself to lock Demontor away and try to figure this out on his own. He does tell his closest advisors. Meanwhile, Vinsala believes the attack on his daughter was from the leopard men, so he's going to make an example of the now restive populace who are getting tired of his iron treatment of them, iron mistreatment of them. And the leopard men are also fanning the flames of their hatred of Vinsala. So there's a lot of political intrigue going on in this story, in addition to the regular brand of barbarian action that you might expect. Again, the colors are just wonderful. I love this newsprint. It's really nice. It's aged really well for being 50 years old. But meanwhile, Demontor escapes as the populace begins to have an uprising and surround the castle. So we have a couple of events converging here. And you can learn to play guitar in 7 days. Love these old ads. So now we're at a point where Kull is going to take a more active hand in what's going on. Call off your dogs, Vinsala. Give the people what they demand, or by Valka I swear we shall do the deed for you. So, Kull, you turn upon me too, but no matter. Either this scrawny cur tells his maddened flock to return to their hovels, or I shall indeed give him back to them, a piece at a time. But Demontor escapes from his captivity and enters the battle, attacking Vinsala, even though previously he had been in his service as a mercenary. And as he's throttling him, one of Vinsala's servants stabs him in the back, which actually spurs his transformation. And his concentration shattered, Demontor begins to change until the specter of the werewolf is upon him once again. So the guy who stabbed him runs away, and Demontor, as the werewolf, grabs Vinsala until the werebeast howls maniacally, lifts its bloody burden above its shaggy head, then hurls what little remains of the hated dumb Vinsala to the waiting crowd below. And he transforms back into a man and dies a man free of the curse. Kull turns the island back over to the people, and they sail away back to Volusia. Tidy, pretty tidy, 28 pages here. We've got some Thurian Chronicles, some letters, and a great house ad for Kill Raven, really cool. Again, I recall my request for Marvel to publish all their house ads in some kind of epic collection. That would be awesome. Great Foom ad here. And really, that's about it for this issue. But a great example of some vintage Kull, really cool. Love Marie and John Severin's partnership and the art chores on this issue. Great script on the adaptation from Len Wein. And just an overall awesome offering, Kull number 8. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. Tell your friends, and I'll bring you more soon on Scott Reads Comics. Thanks for watching.